Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Bill. Welcome, Bill.
Hey, dude.
Hello. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Collis. Welcome, welcome, Collis. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Kawisi, welcome, welcome.
Good evening, David. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Crazy week. Seems like every week is a crazy week in these markets here. Lots going on.
You got to let me know. That's why I'm here. But I heard about it. I get the CNN alerts. They tell me.
Oh my God.
The Dow took a hit. Took another hit today.
Yeah, it pulled back. It finished I think flat or down a little bit, but what a rocky ride. This is what happens when it's in the markdown phase. Crazy volatility. We'll get started shortly. This is our advanced class, or advanced strategies. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. I know it's Friday, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. I'm going to share my trading screen. Yeah. All right. And all I want to do this evening is just have a conversation about these markets. All right. So you guys should see my screen here. All right. So rather than getting into specifics, I want to have a conversation about what we see in here in the markets, okay, especially with the equity markets. So Kawisi, you mentioned that you get alerts. So you get alerts from CNBC?
No, CNN and Bloomberg right now. Bloomberg, yeah, CNN, Bloomberg, and I think Motley.
Oh, okay. All right. And what's the sentiment out there? What's the kind of the reoccurring theme?
Pretty much that the market's taken a hit the past, I think, week or so. Big hits. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
This one came out 28 minutes ago. It says the Dow fell for the 8th straight week, its longest slide since 1923. The S&P briefly entered a bear market territory before closing slightly higher.
So how many weeks straight of selling?
8 weeks is what it says. I didn't even realize it's been that long. The 8th straight week.
So 8 straight weeks of selling, right? Now it's always good to and I'll do it from time to time. I don't get the alerts. I don't get alerts, right? That would bug me. But it's good to know what the sentiment is out there in the markets, right? So from what you're hearing, Kawisi, what's the are people excited or are they panicking? Is there excitement or panic or what? Or is it
panic, lots and lots of panic. And all I do is I listen to CNN all day, 24/7. It's like I'll go crazy if I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's panic.
It's panic, huh? Why do you think they're panicking out there?
I think it has a lot to do with the inflation. They're going to raise the rates, so the cost of borrowing, and the market is really just reacting, it seems, to all of that. You got the war, you got the guy in North Korea, Kim Jong-il, I forget whatever his name is. He might do something. It's like a lot going on right now.
Yeah. So a lot of panic out there, right? A lot of panic, a lot of uncertainty, right? And we see that in the price action, right? So 8 weeks of selling, right? That's a lot of consistent selling, right? And we'll see that in the price action. And I guess the point is this, right? Whether so, Kawisi, you've got notifications. You watch CNBC, right? You keep that on your radar all the time.
CNN.
All right, not CNBC, CNN. Usually traders watch CNBC, right? Not CNN. Why do you watch CNN?
I want to know about everything, not just about the market. I got to know about everything.
Okay. But my point is this, right? So that's good that you do that, right? But we'll see all of that selling. So that 8 weeks of selling that they're talking about, right? On CNN, right? On CNN, all right? Yes, can we watch CNN? Absolutely. But guess what? We don't have to, because guess what? We can see that price action right in here also. All right, so that 8 weeks, right? Each candle here is a week worth of selling. So here is our 8 weeks, right? So all the way from here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of selling, right? So look at this. So the 8 weeks of selling that they mentioned on CNBC, on CNN started right here, this week right here. Let me open that up. And my point is this, right? The price action will tell us a lot and will be ahead of the curve, right? So here is week number 1. Let me draw it out here. So you said
David,
8 weeks.
are you showing the right screen? You got the US dollar index that I'm looking at right now, Monster Futures. If you're drawing something on the screen, I'm not seeing
okay.
it.
Okay, hold on. All right, thanks for letting me know. All right, here we are. All right, you guys should see Monster Market Tracker.
I
You
see
got
it. I
you
see
see
it.
that now? Okay, good. All right, good. All right, so here is your 8 weeks. All right. So here is your 8 weeks right here. And this is the conversation that I want to have this evening, right? So here is week number 1, right? Every candle is a week's worth of data. Week number 2, right? This candle here, week number 3. This candle here, week number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here are your 8 weeks, right? So that's your 8 weeks right here. Started right here. All right. We actually got a sell short signal here, retraced back up, right? And then came back all the way down. Okay. So that's your 8 weeks. So they're counting basically from here. All right. They're not counting any of this up here. Right. So they're counting from right here. All right. The benefit that we have is that we've known this for a while. We've known that the sellers were in, right? We've known that, right? Not for 8 weeks, right? We've known this week here, this week, right? All these weeks we've known, all right? We knew here when the Russell broke this support right here, we knew that the sellers were now in control, right? So while they're panicking out there trying to figure things out, guess what? We've known this for a while, right? Now, did we know that it would get all the way down here? We didn't know that, but we do know that we're in the markdown phase, right? And if we're in the markdown phase, yes, the price, right, could go, sellers could come in, price could go lower, and it could go much lower from here. All right. So it's nice having this information so that we could be just ahead of the curve, right? And we're not panicked, right? We're not panicked. Kawisi, how hearing that information, right? Hearing that information, and you've been coming to the classes consistently for a while now, right? When you've been getting that information, right? How do you react to the information? How do you feel about that information that's coming through CNN?
And I'm gonna get beyond my bias and add CNBC to my but it depends on what the information is really. I mean, it could be it could be something big, or it could be something as small, and I consider this small as, you know, Tom Brady deciding to, you know, re-sign another year out of nowhere. And I know he's sponsored by Under Armour, and I just, you know, just it depends on the news.
Yes. So if we took what CNN, they've been saying about the 8 weeks, right? 8 weeks of consistent selling in the market. Were you surprised by that?
No, I wasn't, especially after coming to these sessions. I was absolutely not surprised.
So would you have been surprised had you not come into these sessions? Would you have been surprised?
I kind of mixed emotion about that, because I kind of have my own feelings and thoughts about the market. But you never, for me, you just really never know. You just hope it turns around. But coming to these sessions, the way you just by looking at the charts, you could tell something was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the cool thing, right? We can look at the chart, right? We don't need to listen to anyone on CNN or CNBC. We can look at the chart. That's the cool thing about learning how to do this, right? We can look at the chart, right? We know that we're in the markdown phase, right? We've got sell short signals. Sellers are coming in, right? So what's going to happen is this, right? As you guys do this more and more, all right, you will be ahead of everyone else. All right. And that's what's really cool. By the time they're talking about it, right? Guess what? You guys will be in the trade. Okay. So we had Bill took a trade on Walmart, right? And Bill, you got into that trade, that put, before the news was out there on Walmart. All right. So I want you guys to think about this. 1 second here. I want you guys to think about this, right? So let's pull up Walmart. What's the symbol on that again?
WMT.
WMT, Walmart. All right. So do you remember your entry point, Bill, where you got in, what the price was on Walmart, roughly?
Let me see if I can look it up real quick.
Not the option, but the price itself of Walmart.
What was the price on not this last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before? Can you look at that? You got a daily?
Yeah, let's see here. So Tuesday before last week, Tuesday, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
What date was that?
it was the I don't have, hold on, maybe I can find a calendar.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up here too.
So it looks like the 10th.
The 10th. Okay, so the 10th was right here. This candle right here was 510. So you got in here. All right, let's draw it out. And I won't keep you guys long. I just want to show you guys this, right? So here is the 10th. I think we said right here, this candle right here was the 10th, right? So you got in here, right? You got in, you got some puts, right? As a matter of fact, now let's do this. What time frame did you trade it on, Bill?
240.
240. Okay. Okay, so the 9th on the 240, the 9th. All right, so the 9th was on, we said the 9th, here is the 9th right here. So let's say right here, this candle.
So we talked about it Monday night on the 9th.
On the
Zaire
9th.
asked for you. Yep. And
Okay.
it was Tuesday morning and it was just about 9:35 that I opened my position. So it's
Okay.
first thing in the morning on the 10th.
On the 10th. So you opened it on the 10th was right here. So we talked about it here on the 9th. This is the 9th, right? The sell short signal came in on the 6th. So
Right.
this, yeah, 6. And here was the 9th right here, and your entry was here on the 10th. That's part of the 9th here. So on this candle here was the 10th. All right. It was all over the news. It was all over the news when it got down in this area in here. Right. That's when it was on CNBC pretty hard. Right. Not up in this area in here, down in this area in here. Up in this area here was about 149, almost 150. All right. And they started talking about it on CNBC. I don't know if they, I don't know. I know I saw it on CNBC. I don't know if they mentioned it on CNN. All right. But it was all the way down here. All right. Too late. And that's the point. It's too late. Right. The entry, and Bill, you did a great job. Your entry was in here before the move. Understand, by the time it comes out on CNBC, right? On CNBC, all right, CNN, Bloomberg, by the time you hear it, the move is too late. All right, whether you shorten it, all right, whether you shorten it or you're going long. All right, so I can guarantee you there are traders out there that that are looking to go short down in here. All right, so check this out. So Bill, all right, hold on. Bill, you got in here. All right, you got in right here, right about here. I can guarantee you there are traders, right, that are looking to get in down in this area here because they've heard it on the news, right? They've heard it on the news. And I can guarantee you it's oversold. So keep that in mind, right, when we listen to news. All right, look at how oversold this is, right? Very oversold, right? Very oversold. Look at that, right? Very oversold. And you got in here, right? You got in this, up in this area here, right? The money has been made. All right, the money has been made. All right, and guess what? A couple of things too, right? There are traders that are still holding this trade, right? Traders that bought in this area, up in this area, right? They're still holding this trade, and it's all the way down here. All right, so you got in, you got out. When did you get out, Bill?
I got out Tuesday, the 17th at noon.
So the 17th, 17th was about right in this area here. You did
Yeah, I couldn't
good.
believe it. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe how far it had fallen.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we want. We want to do that consistently over and over, right? Will it always happen like this? No, right? But it will happen. It will happen a lot. Hey, Stella, welcome. All right. It will happen a lot. All right. So now you can use the news to your advantage, right? So this is how we can use the news to our advantage. All right. So let's say, for instance, right, let's say you got in right here to go short bill, right? You got in right here, right? You know that it's oversold, right? It's oversold, right? You've made your profit, right? You've made your profit, and then you would wait. And what would you wait for? What would you wait for? Bill?
Well, I always have a hard time with that, the exit, because I think the longer I wait, the less intrinsic value I have. I'm starting to lose value by getting closer to my expiration date. And then, Wednesday, I'm thinking, maybe I should have held on another day. And then Thursday, yes, I'm thinking, I could have, but I was glad once I looked at Tuesday at noon, I thought, this is good. I was really happy with the trade, and I was okay. But yeah, I really have a hard time knowing exactly when to get out, especially on put options.
Yeah. You're not trading the underlying, right? You're trading the put. So
Right.
Yes, you don't want to wait in the trade, right? So I mean, good execution. But if you were to trade the underlying, right? If you were to trade the underlying, the stock itself, the Walmart stock, right? What would you do here? So
So if I was going long on it, you mean?
Well, so you went short here, right? So you went short here, all right? And then you got out about here, all right? So here was your short trade here, all right? What would you do now? Or anyone else, what would you do now? Oh, because you're out of it, right, Bill? You're totally out of it?
Yeah, I'm out. Yep. Yeah, I took two contracts. I could have sold one and stayed in, but I was, like I said, I was just happy with where I was at Tuesday at noon.
So what would we do now? Anyone? So Bill took the trade, all right, timed it really well, got out here. Yeah, he probably left a little bit on the table. That's okay. That's okay.
So if we were going to review this, would it have been a good strategy to sell one contract and hold on to one?
With options, you've got that time element, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you could put it on a smaller time frame, right? And so if this was your 240, you could put it perhaps on a if you're looking to time your exit, right? You could perhaps put it on and let's take a look at that. You could perhaps put it on a 30 or even a 15 to time your exit. But that's okay. You did a good trade, right? It's very oversold. Look here. This is very oversold territory. I mean, it's dropped quite a bit. So you've got about 80% of the trade, if not 90% of the trade. Remember, you're not going to get all of the trade, right? But my question is, what do we do here? From here, what do we do? And
Try to pull up my chart, but we're essentially looking for the buyers to come back in. Again, we're looking for, I'm trying to pull up the phase. I apologize.
so while Kawesi is doing that, right? So we know this is in the markdown phase, right? It's very oversold here. All right, very oversold. It's the markdown phase, right? You've gotten the trade, right? You've gotten 80, 90% of the trade, right? So my question is, what do we do here?
So we wait for white candles for consolidation and look for the market to reverse, right? Or the
Yeah,
trend to reverse.
yeah. So but it might not reverse, right? What
It
could
might
happen?
not,
Yeah.
right?
So what would we wait for here? What would we wait for here? Hollis, do you know? And there are no wrong answers. They're just better answers. All right. This is how we learn.
I was thinking, are we waiting for, like, where you're a little bit lower than where your cursor is? We be waiting for, you're kind of down there, we be waiting for a sell signal, a buy signal?
No.
No, okay.
Would you,
Stella, go ahead.
yeah, would you, that RSI that's oversold, do you want it to move back up and cross back up?
Yes. Okay.
And then that way, you know, the buyers are coming in. I don't know.
Yeah, that could tell us that. It wouldn't tell us that buyers are coming in. I guess it would. It would. Yeah, it would get out of
Like-
oversold territory. Yeah.
Okay.
Kawesi, go ahead.
We're buying when the price breaks resistance. I'm looking at notes from trend, looking at the trend following
Yeah.
diagram.
Yeah,
That's
but
my theory.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is this, right? And what I'm asking is this. All right. Let's remove this. So Bill, all right, follow me for a second. So Bill entered here, perfect entry right in here. And then he got out about in here. He did not get a sell signal to get out. He saw his P&L, right? He was happy with his profits, right? And he said, hey, you know, I'm good, right? I'm okay with taking profits here, right? And he's watching his decay, right? So he knows that his options, he has limited time on his options, right? Because, you know, time works against you, right? With options. So he got out here. My question is, right, what follows this, right? What comes next? And this will help you guys. Go ahead.
Breaking the floor, right?
What comes next? You're close, but not.
Accumulation?
Accumulation, yeah, accumulation. But what creates accumulation? What creates accumulation?
No idea.
Are we thinking of a purple resistance line or support line?
Support and resistance. All right. So what we're waiting for now is support and resistance, right? Does it have any support and resistance now? Does this price action have any support?
No,
and
it looks like it's
resistance?
still in a markdown phase.
It's still in the markdown phase, right? But it's still, price is still dropping, right? It's still dropping. All right. Once we get a new support and resistance, what does that tell us? Once we get a new support and resistance as the price falls, what does that tell us? What does that tell us?
The buyers might be coming back in.
Well, the buyers might be coming back in, but what's the buyers doing? What are the buyers doing? They're stopping the price. They're stopping the price. Okay, they're holding the floor. Right? So what Bill could have done, all right? Now, understand that when we get support and look, just like here, right? Support, holding the price, right? Support, holding the price, support, holding the price, right? Support, holding the price, support, holding the price, support, holding the price, support right here, holding that price here, right? So we don't have any support here, so the price could still continue to fall, right? Now, it's okay that Bill did that, right? He did that, right? He got out, right? It's oversold territory. It's flashing oversold, right? Candles are moving down, right? It can still continue to move down. Now, there is a time element, but if he had this stock, let's say he had this just trading the stock, shorted the stock, not the option, so there's no time element, right? He could let this trade continue to move even lower, right? Because it's still dropping, right? Now, what he could do, right, is wait until, if he wanted to get out early, wait until he gets some support, right? Some support, and then he could get out there. All right. If he wanted to just get out early, but he did good. It's very oversold. It's very oversold, right? It's falling. I'm just saying, rather than, and Bill, you did good. You did good. But the next thing, so let's say he wanted to, because what happens a lot, guys, is this, and I see traders do this a lot, right? Where, and that's why we started to bring in the RSI more, because we had traders shorting down in this area. So the price came down and they're looking to get in here, right? They're looking to get in, go short here, oversold. It's flashing oversold, and we've got traders looking to get puts down in this area. All right. No, Bill didn't do that. Zaire didn't do that. They got great trades out of here. But the point is, you guys need to know what comes next. After this, right, whenever the price does something like this, right, breaks down, we have no support and resistance. What you need to start looking for are your support and resistance. So you need to see price level off, right? And that will happen when you get new support and resistance lines. All right. And that's a good area here to take some profits, right? And then that's a good area to say, hey, what will the price do next? All right. Now, if it breaks this support, guess what? If it breaks this support, we've got redistribution, right? If it challenges that resistance and breaks resistance, this moving average will come down, right? Breaks resistance right here. We could see now the price move higher. It will not automatically move higher, right? You'll never see this where it goes from here and does this. Right? It just never does that. Almost never. All right. You will get new support and resistance. You will get some consolidation before it does this. All right, so yeah, so just keep that in mind, right? This is still trending down, right? It's still trending down, right? No support and resistance to hold the price. Monday, this can continue to go down and get really oversold. I mean, get really oversold down in this area here. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So whenever you guys see the price, whenever you guys see the price like this, right? When it's falling like this, look for, let's see here. Like anytime you guys see price falling, right? Price falling like this, start to anticipate, right? Oversold, see here, look here. Price is oversold. This is a good example here. All right. Price is oversold. All right. Oversold. Look here. Oversold. Markdown phase, markdown phase, markdown phase. Right. These candles here. Look here. No support here. Price still continue to move lower. All right, we didn't get support until right here. All right, look here. All right, price is falling, price is falling, price is falling. Right, we didn't get support until right here. Okay. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. It could have gone lower for you, Bill, but that's okay. That's okay, right? You're trading the option, but for trading purposes, just know that this is not over yet. I guess that's my point. This trade here, we know that it's not over because we still have a sell short signal, right? We still have a sell short signal, right? Buyers are not coming in, right? It is oversold, right? Great trade, but understand, right? The buyers are not in yet to stop this trade. Yeah, they're not there. And we know that because we don't have any support yet. All right. All right. So same thing if we go in long. Same thing if we go in long. Right. Same thing if we go in long. If the price is moving higher, right? If the price is moving higher and we have zero support and resistance, right? And we've seen that, we saw that with, let's see. Let's see here. We'll see that quite a bit where, you know, we're in the markup phase, right? We're in the markup phase, no support and resistance, and we just green candles. Same thing, we just let it run, right? Until we get support, new support and resistance lines, that's when we know, okay, right? We've got a ceiling, right? We have a ceiling, so guess what? Right? Sellers are holding the price down, all right? Right? Until we get support, right? The buyers are not holding the price up. All right, that helps.
Yeah, that was good. That was good information.
Yes.
Yeah. So pay attention to that. These support and resistance lines will tell you guys when buyers are coming, when buyers are coming in to hold the floor, and then when sellers are coming in, right, to hold that ceiling. All right. All right. So good trade though. Good trade. Good trade.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Anything for me? Anything else for me? Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm taking some time off. I'm going to be traveling. So we will not have any classes, taking a vacation with the family. So for the next week or so, we will not have any classes, okay? But you guys you'll hear from me, those of you who a part of our group, you have systems or coaching with us. You'll continue to get your texts and email text alerts from me, okay? But as far as the training for about a week or so, we will not have any training. All right. I'm going home. I'm from a little island called Dominica. And so taking the whole family there. All right, guys.
Have a good vacation, David.
Yeah, that
Thank
sounds
you.
good, David. Thank you.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
it. Enjoy it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll still get our sniper alerts next Friday.
Yes, you will get
Okay.
your sniper alerts. I'll send you guys a message on how we will manage that.
Good.
All right.
All right.
Just your train. Everything else will stay the same, just the classes. Right, just the classes. All right. And we'll resume those when I get back. And I'll send you guys the dates and everything. All right. All right. Keep an eye on, did anyone get on the short trade we sent out late last night? Anyone got on that trade? That USD CNH trade, short trade? All right, let's take a
Yeah,
quick
I saw your text this morning, but it was too late. I tried and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yes.
"Oh, it was too late."
I normally don't
And
see
I was
that.
watching it for a while too.
You were watching it?
Yeah, gotta sleep.
Yeah, it was a little decent trade here. Let's see.
How do you catch those trades at night? Like, are you just online? Do you have some alerts? 'Cause when I went to bed, there was no short.
I
signal.
never sleep, Stella. I
Oh
don't
my
sleep.
word.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I do have alerts too. So, and if you guys, I know Daniel has it. Some of our traders use it, but we can set up email notifications. I don't recommend it on the smaller time frames, but on the 240, right? So when it does give a sell short signal or a buy signal, we can set it up so that you get an alert. Okay, all right. So I do
I would
use
like that. I would like that on the 240.
yeah, so we'll set that up for you, Stella. So we'll get together
Okay.
and we'll set that up. We can do that. We can actually do that probably remotely too, via AnyDesk. Okay. So we can do that. There's also videos on training videos on the website, how-to videos to do that. But I'll walk you through doing that. All right, but this was a decent trade, right? We got the sell short signal, and it's still holding, right? It's still holding. So a lot of the dollar pairs, they're starting to move to the downside. So look for opportunities going into next week. All right, going into next week on the dollar pairs. Things are still consolidating a bit, right? Still consolidating a bit. But I'll be in touch with trading ideas because it does look like the dollar. Let's pull it up here. The dollar, you guys look here, the dollar pulled back. Here was the high, and it's trading right at resistance right now. So what we wanted to do, if it gets below this resistance line, then the shorts are coming in, and we could get a move like this, back down, right? Back down like this. So It's having difficulty holding that, and we are starting to see a little bit of that price action in the dollar pairs. So look for the dollar pairs, look to go short in the dollar pairs. There's another one here, USD CZK. All right. So Stella, look for this, look for these. Bill, look for these. All right. Over the weekend, do your homework and look here. This is perfect markdown phase, redistribution, right? So do some homework, look for these, look for the dollar pairs to go short. Right now, that looks like the best opportunity right now. All right. Anything can change. If the dollar moves higher, then that will change this scenario here. But it looks like it wants to come back down. That's a pretty big resistance right here. All right. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys when I get back. Have a great weekend. All right, and Stella, I'll be in touch with setting up your alerts.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and hey, Gerald, I just saw you. Hey. All right, so take care, guys. Have a great weekend, and I will be in touch. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, David.
All right.
Bye, guys.